Sports Trust acts as an implementation partner to its trustees, stakeholders and corporate donors. It distributes sporting equipment, kit and installs sports facilities in rural or historically disadvantaged communities in South Africa across all sporting codes for both abled and disabled sports. In this week's Sports Trust show, we'll review these following events: Central Gauteng Junior Squash event, the Simunye Cup 2018 for Africa Unity, and the 3rd Supreme Kickboxing Fight League. The Tusong Squash Development Coaching Program consists of weekly training at the Wanderers Club and is managed by Chris Hughes, who is determined to promote the sport.
Tusong Squash Development started about 3 years ago, when I went into Alexandra looking for kids who might be interested in playing the game. And I found a group of kids near the Tusong Youth Centre who expressed interest, and I started taking them to Wanderers Squash Club. When I first started this coaching, I approached my employer, Wally Parsons, and they've been a big sponsor for the 3 years, providing transport and financing the courts. So they're a major sponsor. I've got other sponsors as well from the industry who support me, and Squash SA, of course.
A number of youngsters from Alexandra Township take part weekly, and from these, the more competitive players are entered into the Gauteng Squash tournaments. This year, the Central Gauteng Junior Squash Closed Tournament was held at Parkview Squash Centre on Friday the 18th to Sunday the 20th of May. This year, 11 youngsters were entered into the tournament, comprising of 3 girls in the under-19 age group, 3 boys in the under-19 age group, 2 boys in the under-16 age group, and 3 boys in under-14s. Some of the notable players included Bongani Machava, who played exceptionally well winning his first match in round 1, and David Machava, who put in a lot of efforts into each match, winning 2 out of the 5 matches and finishing in position 12 out of 24 players. All the players thoroughly enjoyed themselves and are looking forward to getting back to training for their next challenge.
The competition today was really hard because the girl I was playing she scared me a lot. She made me nervous, so I had to try my best and do my best so I can at least get points.
Squash is giving me a lot of opportunities. We're having good games here, and we are playing with professionals, and we learn some good skills.
It told me in a way that I've lost weight. I was a little bit fat. I've lost weight, and yeah, I've gained a little bit of strength in myself and self-confidence.
Well, ladies are not more dominated in sports, so being in sports as a lady is a good thing. Yeah, promotes feminism.
Coach Chris has been helping us with straight shot and posting. All the stuff we do on squash, it's all him.
My goal is with the sport is to reach North Pole. Yeah, I want to reach North Pole, practice hard, make sure I get to the opponent, I get to the ball on time, get fit, and reach the #1 spot.
Competition was stiff, as this tournament determines the players that go to the interprovincial junior tournaments around the country. The Tusong Squash Development players still need to make significant advances in the game.
I think the public can support me personally by allowing us to use the various facilities to coach and to play the game. And I think squash itself needs a lot of support from the public. It's not a well-known sport, not a very popular sport, and it's always good to get the public involved and show them what squash is all about.
It is clear that there are great improvements since last year's tournament, and it is quite possible there could be some contenders for the Interprovincial Games next year. The African Diaspora Hope, in partnership with the City of Johannesburg, hosted the Simunye Cup 2018 for African Unity. This friendly tournament attracts 54 African amateur soccer teams who compete against each other, and the teams and players represent various African nations based in South Africa.
Actually, we are here to advocate the mission and the vision of the African Union, who says that all Africans should unite it. So we believe that one of our mission, our goal, is to contribute to unite Africa, and also to advocate the social cohesion in South Africa, where we try to bring all the communities, including South Africa, together.
It is a great initiative. As you can see, our enemies do not play football. Football is meant for friends, and for the moment that is done, you definitely will emerge a winner. And emerging a winner does not mean they become enemies. It's bringing nations together. As a football event, I see it very, very necessary in Africa to create more of this nature of events that will bring together all African nations.
The tournament, which promotes unity and solidarity between Africans in SA, was a mouth-watering display of incredible soccer skills and unity in diversity. The final match was between Uganda and Ghana, who played great soccer on the day. As the teams went into halftime, the score was 1-1. When they came back, Uganda proved to be the better team and scored the winning goal in the second half. Uganda won 2-1 to be crowned the Simunia Cup champions 2018.
Actually, it's not been easy because a lot of countries like Burundi, Somali, Mozambique, Mali, Senegal, and so forth, they've been commenting on our groups of chat that they'll be there on the final, like it or not. Then we assure them that we are not in a hurry, slow but sure. That's why we managed to come to the finals.
Well, we've been focused. Everybody in the team, the players from the technical bench, the playing board, everybody is focused. We really prepared, and we know very well that, we're ready, and we know we are winning.
It feels so good because it's been a long way from the group stages to the final. We really fought so hard to reach the final, so it really feels so good because it has been lots of hard work.
The African Diaspora Hope was thankful to its proud partner, the City of Johannesburg. The city had been in full support from start to finish of the football tournament. The third Supreme Fight League event was held on the 26th of May at the Barnyard Theatre in Rivonia, Johannesburg, and it promised some exhilarating kickboxing.
It's pretty big. On an amateur level, it's massive. We've got 1,000+ fights at the Nationals, so Supreme Fight League is going to go big, in my opinion. A lot of fighters that need a stage like this to grow and to take their careers to the next level. So I'm excited to let Supreme Fight League take the stage and grow.
In previous disadvantage, we had too little. I think 20% of the clubs registered in soccer, and our goal is to build at least one gym in every underprivileged area in South Africa per year.
Fans witnessed fireworks across a total of 13 explosive fights, with a fight card weighted with remarkably talented fighters, and including the much anticipated Super Am K1 title fight headlining the undercard. One by one, fight after fight, knockout after knockout, fighters competed. Without doubt, expertise, determination and sheer kickboxing power dominated the Supreme Fight League event, with riveting performances from beginning to end. The event climaxed with the main fights between Adrian Sparks van Wyk and Shay the Destroyer Kuboni.
Kickboxing is a really hard sport. It's not easy, but I think with each fight, each practice, each training, you learn a lot of discipline. It helps you grow as a person. It makes you stronger. And I mean, everybody in life is fighting their own battles. Some give up, but actually all of us should be fighting it to the end.
I believe the way forward to get more females involved with kickboxing is, for example, for myself, going out there and competing and having the courage to compete in a male-oriented sport. We show females that you don't have to be a male to fight. You can You can do your hair pretty, you can wear makeup, you can still compete and you can still succeed and do just as well. You can, for example, I'm a belt holder now, which I always thought in the younger years of competing kickboxing, I will never get that far because only the guys get recognized, only they get the belts. But hey, I got a belt now. So I believe that more females need to join, start training with the kickboxing. Even if you don't want to compete, it's a good disciplined sport. You learn a lot of discipline and courage.
High kicking and low kicking, so it's a different categories of styles of fighting. With high kicking, you're not allowed to kick below the belt. It's basically from the waist up to the head, anywhere else. But with low kicks, it's basically bringing together all the kicks, high or low, with an extra being added that you can kick above the knee towards the thigh area.
The Sports Trust has been supporting kickboxing clubs in the Western Cape, and this was helping teach the learners and adults self-defense and anti-bullying tactics. Well done to the organisers of the Supreme Fight League, and congratulations to all the winners. Join us for these Sports Trust events. The Sports Trust Community Cycle Races will be held on the 23rd of September at Beacon Hill High School in celebration of Heritage Day. And then on the 7th of October at Stenville High School in Piketberg. The Sports Trust Corporate Quiz Challenge takes place on the 25th of October and is themed comic book superheroes. Enter your teams, test your sports knowledge and enjoy live entertainment by Mikasa. All funds raised support rural schools and communities with sporting kits and equipment. The Sports Trust Golf Challenge takes place at Sun City Gary Player Country Club on Monday the 12th of November. And we invite the amateur golfers to enter their teams and come play like the pros whilst raising funds for golf and sport development. To book, contact our office in Johannesburg on 011-802-1818 or visit our website, thesportstrust.co.za/events. The Sports Trust acts as an implementation partner to its trustees, stakeholders and corporate donors. It distributes sporting equipment, kit and installs sports facilities in rural or historically disadvantaged communities in South Africa across all sporting codes for both abled and disabled sports.